Well, I woke up with a hell of a sore throat. Yeah, just gurgled a bit of Listerine. It's sort of about 2 o'clock now, and I'm having lunch, and the Listerine sort of cleared me throat a little bit, but we'll see how it is in a while. I got this the other day. I've never seen this one. Colonial corn mutton, product of Australia. This is really made for the Islamic market by the looks of it. It's a little Australian Federation of Islamic Council sign. Halal. So I'll see how this is. I've never really had corn mutton before. I had corned beef, of course, we all have, but never knew it existed. It's not flipping cheap either. It's $5 for that tin. I think it's $5.40, which this will be probably the once and only time I eat it. We'll see how it goes. Well, there we go. All sort of mushed up with lots of white chunks through it, and all sort of rather quite red looking. Just the same way that corned beef is. But I'll tell you what, it actually tastes quite a lot better than corned beef. It's not so dramatically chemically tasting, this one anyway. Yeah, not too bad. Not great, but then again, it's nowhere near as bad as corned beef in my opinion. Although it looks almost identical, you'd be battling to tell the difference, to be quite honest. As this, I got about 5 bits of wire as I walked from here back to my house for lunch. And then as I come back, I got all this. Unbelievable. Now this was actually in the mown bit of the grass, you can see. Probably see going up there, and of course the track curves around here. This is what I've been driving over with the flaming trailer as I've been picking up all this scrap metal and coming down here with a car. And one tyre, I think I'm just parked on a rock, but it looks a little bit funny. So hopefully I haven't put a hole in the tyre. But you find stuff like this going in one direction, you know. I'll go back flaming. I'll walk the same path, well, as I did a couple of days ago. I'll probably do it in a few days' time and find a similar amount of stuff. It just seems to never end with the blooming wire here, but I also found a big bracket as well, just going to lunch, and buried in the ground, but the, one side of it was on the surface, and I plucked out this big chunk of cast iron bracket that looks like it's out of a bed frame or something. But yeah, I tell you what, I think I could just about do with a metal detector, but I don't think the damn thing had shut up when I started waving it around. It just never stopped. I mentioned this thing the other day, and my father recently told me what it was. Look at the blooming I-beam there. Actually, it's channel dirt. See, it's got a slight bit of a curve thingy welded on the front. Couple little lugs there. It's actually a homemade grater blade, horse-drawn originally, and they modified it a little bit so they could actually pull it with a tractor instead. Now, this apparently breaks up the first bit of the ground, and then you get all like your truss assembly there. You can probably barely see it, but there's more I-beams than that. Channel, rather. And you got the other bit of channel here and a bit of stuff welded on the bottom of that. And you barely see it on this side. But anyway, the idea is that you pull this along and the front bit breaks it up, and then the back one smooths it out again. It's only about 4 foot wide, but I tell you what, it is chronically heavy duty. And anyway, we're going to have to try and get this out of the grass, probably hook it up and just drive off and tow it out. But yeah, at least now I know what this big hoogly-magoog is. Well, people, it appears that the really, really sore throat, probably one of the worst sore throats
had to the point before, you know, like you could barely talk. There's more to it. It's just flipping cold. I'm not surprised. I'm a bit annoyed. I was trying to get all this wire loaded, get all that on. I felt I needed to drink a bit more because the sun started heating up out there. So I come back here and flipping joints started to get sore and all that. I noticed when I was back here, so I've just been sleeping for the last 2 hours or so. So bit of a bugger, but I'm planning to get a bunch of carrots and spring onions I bought the other day, cabbage, whoop all that up. I've got a bit of lemsip and all those other blimmin' sort of things in the cupboard. So at the moment I'm going to have a go at this Chinese tea I've got. It's in the most bizarre looking packet. I might try and get the packet. Hang on a second. Yeah. Freaky looking stuff. Very freaky. I may have shown this before. I got one of the Chinese blokes at work to convert that's little paper, and you unwrap it and then there's a box inside that, and then the tea's inside the box. And I got one of them to convert it, and he translated it as that some blooming cure-all medicine for just about everything from Hong Kong, and I think it's got a little English bit there, which claims it does pretty much everything known to man, so had to sit around for a while, but worth a shot anyway. Effective remedy for fever, headache, I'll heap other bits and pieces. So it sounds actually more like it's for colds by the look of it, actually. I thought it claimed to do absolutely everything, but it's... Yeah, anyway.
Well, that's not very good, but 3 kittens drinking out of a bowl here. You reckon did him?
Well, people, I didn't sleep terribly well last night at all. Was awake most of the night, tossing and turning, couldn't get comfortable, nose would block up. I'd wake up, my nose was either dripping or blocked up again. But anyway, went and got some more milk for the kittens, and they're coming up without a problem now. And I thought the mother had done a runner. But she was there this morning, even though I haven't seen anything of her for days, so... But anyway, I pour the milk down now, and they come right up and lick it out of the saucer, not scared of me or anything, so... It's good just going and talking to them every day now. They're not scared of me any longer, so... Not spitting and carrying on and all that sort of crap. But anyways, I've been over at my father's here. He had a bunch of crap in that. Still got a big roll there. I got to flatten, but I got all of his stuff in here as well as all the gangly stuff I had and all the gangly stuff he had, and even some of the bundled up rolls and the coils and whatnot. And I don't want to go too high because I don't want this bouncing at the top or anything as I go down the road. So I've got the neatly bundled up coils still in my paddock, and I'll put this one with those and all the sheet metal, but he's got to go in and get a ride-on lawnmower next week, and got a Kawasaki V-twin engine in it, 32-inch deck and all the fan dangles, brand new, so he's going to need the trailer for that. Anyways, I'll be going in tomorrow and trying to unload all that, and then I'll probably next week after he gets this mower, I'll get all the nice bundles and the sheet metal, so it'll be an easy unload, not a untangle everything out of everything load. There's the old ramp too. The old honky, I haven't seen him for a while. I thought he might have dropped dead. There he is, just sitting down there, nibbling away. Poor old bugger. Well, people. Used to be about $110 or $100 per tonne for scrap metal. I was told by the guy who picked up the Skyline wagon the other day that the price had really dropped, and I can't find it, but last lot of scrap metal I went in for, I got $70 a tonne, down from, 100, 110. And but I went in there again today. 320 kilos. 20 bucks a tonne. That's not a joke. Got me miraculous $6.40. Fantastic. That won't even cover the fuel. So if you ever think I'm making a killing out of blooming scrap metal, or anyone is, think again. I went in there and honestly, it was like no staff in there. It's like everyone had been sent on holidays or something, fired or whatever. And almost all the scrap metal used a huge big pile. And it was down to bloody near nothing. There's only one bloke banging away in the background with an excavator and one bloke in the office, and that was the only people I could see. I think there's one guy, a couple of truck drivers coming in and out, but yeah, it was deserted compared to usual. But before the GFC, it was $700 a tonne for this same pressings light gauge sort of stuff. You could scrap a car, it'd be $700 a tonne. You had heavy steel, like big I-beams or engine blocks, you were looking at $3,000 a tonne. And anyway, this stuff's gone from $700 to $20 a tonne. Well, there you go. Talk about dropping the commodity prices.